Okay, hello, welcome to yoga. We are going to try and do as much as we can upright, but we are going to work into the shoulders and we're going to do some core work because that's always fun. So let's get started. Sat on a block, sitting up nice and tall. Move the fleshy part of the bottom out of the way, sitting up. We want our shoulders stacked over the top of our hips. We're going to draw in the belly. Give it a prod, like just check that it is strong, it is supporting you, okay? And then we're just going to take those shoulders up towards the ears. Hold them there for a moment. Feels horrible, doesn't it? That's what tension's feeling like. And then just roll them all the way back down. Lovely, freeing. Okay, let's take those shoulders up in a circle and then draw them back down. And then it's up to you, as slow or as fast as you would like. Just finding a little bit of space through the shoulders. And then when you're ready, let's take it in the other direction. Think about squeezing those shoulders together and then rolling the shoulders back and over the top. Okay, so I'm going to take another couple here. And then pausing. Okay, so just going to close off the eyes. We're going to start to feel into our practice. So allowing those eyes to grow heavy, allowing the breath to become really nice and soft. Thinking here about the foundations, the connections to the mat. So feeling into the sides of the feet, maybe the shins, the bottom connecting to the mat, the feel of the sit bones pressing down. Removing any distractions that might take you away from this moment in time. Okay, so we're going to take some even breathing. If my breath pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own. No pressure, never any pressure. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allowing that breath to return to its normal pattern. Again, feeling the heaviness within the body, the weight pushing down through the sit bones that are connecting yourself to the foundations. If you'd like to set an intention for today's practice, now's the time. Or if you'd like to send your energy to somebody, then visualize them for a moment, hold them there. Let's take an inhale, lift the arms above the head. And then begin to pulse through one side and then the other. Taking the gaze up, opening through the throat. Thinking here about the core being a really strong pillar for you here as you reach from one side to the other, finding that work through each of the side bodies, keeping you strong and grounded. Maybe starting to reach a little bit higher and a little bit more over to one side and then the other. Obliques starting to work a little bit harder as you try and keep yourself sat on that block. And now this time, right hand's going to come down. Sweep that left arm all the way over. Take the chest towards the ceiling. Allow that left shoulder to open up. Take a moment here to fill the lungs. Breathing into that left side body. Left hand is going to come down. Take a stretch through that left shoulder. Take that left hand, take the right hand a little bit further away. Left hand can place on top of that right hand. Starting to move through that left shoulder. Find that stretch all the way through to the psoas, all the way down that left side body. Okay, walking the hands over through center and over to the left hand side. Taking the left hand down, right hand can place on top of the left, and then allowing that stretch through that right shoulder, and then all the way down and into the groin, into the psoas, feeling that stretch there. Okay, left hand is going to stay down. Let's reach that right arm up and then all the way over, taking that stretch through the side body, and then opening that right shoulder back, chest towards the ceiling, and then gaze up if it feels good. And then taking the hands high again. See if you can swap those legs out. Might take a little bit of balance, but I'm sure you've got it. Swapping the legs out, finding that openness. From here, right hand comes down, left arm sweeps over. Finding that moment, weighing down through that left sit bone. Feel yourself anchored down. Okay, walking the hands over from that right side, placing them down. Take a moment to feel through the fingertips, lift through the palms. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold a little bit more. Walk the hands through center, walking those hands forward. Take the inhale, lift, lengthen, draw the shoulders back, find openness through the chest. As you exhale, go to wherever feels good. Push down through the fingertips to get the weight back into those sit bones. Keep the neck relaxed. And then walking the hands to the left side, taking that really nice side body stretch. Left hands down, open through that right shoulder. Taking the gaze towards the ceiling, drawing that left elbow in towards you, opening through that left shoulder as well. Gosh, there's some clunks and clicks going through my body today. Okay, just a reminder, we should never feel pain, always working within the body that we're given today. Okay, coming all the way back up. From here, let's take the hands to the back of the head, interlace the fingers, switch that core on, okay? We want to draw that belly button in towards the spine and then down. Find that security through the core. And then we're going to take that right elbow down, okay? So we're going to have to find that strength through the obliques, through the side body. Try to keep the shoulders level. So if you find that left arm is dropping in, just come up a little bit higher so that you're comfortable and those shoulders can be stacked. Come back to center, switch the core on, check that it's engaged. If you need to prod it, prod it. Drop that left elbow down, right elbow lifts. Okay, let's go again back to center, drop down through that right elbow. Back to center, drop down through the left elbow. Let's do one more, back to center, right elbow drops. To center, and then left elbow drops. Okay, from here, come back to center, elbows towards the ears, tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to pause here for a moment. Find that stretch down the neck. Feel that closing off of the throat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to round down through the spine. Stopping at a point where you're like, yeah, that's enough for me. And then as you inhale, come all the way back up, open out through the elbows, lift through the chest, lift the gaze towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, close off the elbows, draw chin to chest, roll down through the spine. And then coming all the way back up. Open out the elbows and then gaze towards the ceiling, lift the chin. And then bring the head back to neutral. Nice. From here, we're going to take the hands behind us. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Start to lift the gaze towards the ceiling and open the chest and the heart up. Okay, coming all the way back. We're going to move that block out of the way. Come up onto your knees. I promise you won't be there for very long. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Take the knees underneath the hips. From here, we are going to tuck the toes and sit back into the heels. Push down the hands into the mat. Brilliant if you've got a sticky mat like me. If you're on material, you might be slip sliding. So if that's the case, then the knees can come down to give you a little bit of security. If you're happy here, if you're happy and you've got a sticky enough mat, then just lift those knees ever so slightly, push back into the heels. Okay, little challenge for you here. We can either step, hop, or I say jump. We're going to jump to the top of our mat, okay? From here, take a nice deep bend into the knees. We want to feel the weight back into the heels. We're going to make a frame around the head by taking opposite elbows. Allow the head to be nice and heavy, and then take a sway from side to side, just allowing the release through the spine. Pausing back at center, switch that frame out. It's taking opposite elbows, but the one that feels weird. Okay, from here, nice and slowly, step each vertebrae and come up to standing. All right, we are here. So at standing, we're going to work into our obliques, but we're going to also work into the inner thigh. So grab hold of your block. You're going to place the block between the knees and we are going to squeeze, okay? We want to feel the abductors working really hard, so the inner thighs. I'm going to move out of the way of my light. Here we go. I'm going to take an inhale, take the arms high, sit the weight back into your chair. You should be able to lift up all 10 toes. Give them a wiggle, check. Sink the bottom down. We don't want our butt to be sticking out, okay? We don't want that. What we want is that. So draw the tailbone under. Sitting back into the heels, wiggle the toes. Keep the core engaged. Take the hands to heart center. Take a turn to the right side. Yeah, okay. So we're working into those stabilizing muscles. From here, can we take that left hand down and the right arm high? Let me spin around, spin move. Okay, so we're taking that openness through the arms, pushing that left elbow towards the outside of that right leg. Coming back round, find your, reach up towards the ceiling, lifting up. Remember, glutes squeezing, inner thighs squeezing. Spin move. From here, sit back into your chair. Take the weight into the heels, tuck the tailbone, engage the core and sit down. Lift those arms close towards the ears. Hands to heart center. Take a twist to the left. Okay, keep that weight back. Can we open? We're going to take that right hand down, lift through the left arm. Keeping breathing. Well, that does feel like a challenge right now. Okay, coming back, standing tall, lifting up. Take the arms high. Yeah, roll those pinky fingers in towards one another. Drop those shoulders back down. Stand tall. And then from here, let's remove that block from between the thighs. We're going to go again, this time sitting back, bring those feet together if you've got the balance for it, or keep them wider if you need to. Come back into that chair, take the arms high. This time, take the hands to heart center, tuck the tailbone, sit down. Take the gaze towards the right side. We're going to hold it here. Come onto my mat for this, I won't slip. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, take that left elbow to the outside of that right thigh. Gives you a little bit of purchase to be able to squeeze through the hands. Feels a little bit challenging. What we're going to do now is come to the toes on that left side, lift the heel. Okay, so now we know what that feels like. Either take lots of little steps back or take one large step back with that left foot. Okay, coming into a lunge. Bring the chest round to the right side. Maybe opening through the arms. Left hand can come down, right arm can lift. Keep pushing back with that back heel, nice strong back leg. Okay, from here, let's close it off. Bring the hands back to center again, push through the hands. Can we step that left foot back in? Find that chair. Come back towards center, bring the arms high. Really good effort. Fab job, well done. Okay, need to move out through the legs, then do. Okay, should we go again on the other side? Yeah. All right then, so hands come high. Take the hands to heart center, sit back into the chair. Take the bottom back, roll that tailbone under. So we've got a lovely long spine. Okay, take that twist round to the left side. Right elbow can hook to the outside of that left knee. Squeeze the hands together, draw the chest round. Okay, keep pushing through those hands. And then when you're ready, come to the toes on the right side, just so we know what it feels like. Take a step back, either lots of little steps or one big step. Push down through that back heel, nice strong back leg, draw the chest round. And then maybe open, right hand comes down, left arm lifts. Draw that chest round just a little bit more, moving the belly out of the way. Okay, reset the hands. Oh, nearly lost it. That's okay. Every mistake is, just an opportunity to learn. Okay, coming back through, draw that back leg in, find your chair, take those arms high, lift up, and then shake it all out. Gosh, that did feel tricky, didn't it? Oh, okay. From here, let's work just a little bit of core work, nothing too challenging. So up nice and tall. We're going to just take that right foot down and then lift through that left leg. You're going to take the arms high, draw those shoulders back into where they should be. Start to take the arms down as the left leg lifts. Okay, finding that core stability. We keep ourselves lifted. Can we come back up to standing? Keep hovering through that left foot. And then come back to where you were. Lift that left foot. Come back to where you were. Hover that left foot, keep strong. Last one, coming down. And then back to where we were, switch it out. We need to move those legs before you do, then do. Okay, so this time round, left leg stays strong. We're going to start to lift through that right side. Going to tilt down over to the left side, right leg lifts. Maybe one side feels a little bit better than the other. Maybe one side is a bit more stable. Come back to the top, hover. 2 more. That's all I promise, just 2 more. Coming back. Back up. And last one, here we go. This side definitely felt harder for me. Okay, coming back. Nice. Take the arms down. All right. So from here, find your space on the mat. All right. We're going to take the arms high, lift up. From here, take a forward fold, thinking about the length through the backs of the legs. What we want to do is find that really nice stretch down the back of the legs. So if it's better for you with your knees bent, then do that. Hands to shins, take a half lift. Imagine that tray of champagne resting on the back. Keep the gaze down so that you are looking at the mat so your neck is nice and long. Forward fold. From here, that right foot is your front foot, left foot is going to step back. Take the back knee down, untuck the toes. From here, we're going to find ourselves into a warrior one, knelt, okay? So we're going to take the arms up, roll in those pinky fingers, taking a moment, thinking about breathing those hips forward and down. From here, let's come into a warrior two. Take that left knee or left foot and spin it round. Extend through those arms, really finding that lovely stretch on the inside right thigh. Really stretching through those arms, keeping nice and strong. From here, taking that right hand down, lifting through that left arm, maybe sweeping that left arm all the way past that left ear, finding that stretch from the fingertips all the way down to that knee. Let's come to the reverse warrior. Left hand's going to sweep down that left thigh, maybe down to the floor, or find a block, keeping that knee bent in the front. Bring that right arm all the way over. Beginning to lift the chest towards the ceiling, find that openness. And then coming all the way back up. We're going to take those arms down, hands down, take the toe down, bring the back knee lifted. From here, bring that left foot back towards the right to come to the top of your mat. Okay, from here, take that nice deep bend through the knees, find the release through the back, through the backs of the legs. Slowly, carefully coming all the way up, stacking each vertebrae, coming to standing. Okay, so from here, take the arms high. Take an inhale. As you exhale, take a forward fold. Remember, option to bend through the knees. Bending through the knees feels much better for me at the moment. Hands to shins, take a half lift. Remember that tray of champagne, don't spill a drop. Gaze down towards the top of your mat, keep the neck nice and long. Take a forward fold. Okay, from here, that left foot is going to stay forward. The right foot is going to come back. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. From here, let's find our warrior one. Lifting the arms high, bringing in those pinky fingers towards one another and dropping those shoulders back and down. Spending a moment here, just finding that length through the front hip flexor. And then finding our warrior two. Right foot comes in. Let's open through those hips so that on the long edge of the mat. Extend through those arms, really reaching to opposite walls. Finding that stretch through the inner left thigh and that hip flexor on the right side. Now option to take the left hand down, right arm to lift. Maybe that right arm comes all the way past that right ear. Okay, let's find our reclined warrior. Here we go. Right arm comes back down the back thigh, left arm lifts. Take that right hand back to a block or to the floor. And then that left arm sweeps all the way over. Check in with that left knee, make sure it's still bent. Okay, and then coming all the way back. From here, hands come down, bring that back foot around, tuck the toes, lift through the back knee, take that right foot back to join the left. Okay, take a nice forward fold here. Deep bend, press the chest onto the thighs, nice long neck, take a moment. Okay, we're going to take the hands to the mat. We're going to walk the hands over to the left-hand side. Try and keep the hips as level as you can. So if you need to push down into the outside edge of that right foot to keep yourself anchored, then do. Finding that stretch down the outside of that right leg and into the right shoulder. Walking the hands through center, over to the left side, pushing down through that knife edge of that left foot. Coming back through center, slowly stacking each vertebrae, coming all the way up. Oh, okay. Here we go. Take the arms high. From here, sink back into your chair. We're going to pause here for a moment. I mean, a little moment. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift through the toes, sink down. Take the hands to heart center. Let's take a turn to the left-hand side. Drawing those obliques in. Coming back to center, lift up through the arms. Sink back. Take the hands to heart center. Take a twist around to the left. Tuck that tailbone. Don't want to put any pressure through the lower back. Come back to center, lift the arms, take a stretch just for a moment. Sit all the way back down, take the hands to heart center, and then take a twist around to the left-hand side. This time, take that left elbow to the outside of that right knee, and then take that, come to the toes on the left side. Take a step back through that back foot. We've been here before, you know what it's like. Okay, hanging out here. Take the hands down to the mat, take the back knee down, untuck the toes. If you've got a block to hand, a great time to use it. Shift the weight over that left knee, take the toes on the right side up towards the ceiling. Draw in the belly, and then begin to fold over that right leg. Keep that right hip coming in towards the body. With every inhale, imagine your spine growing longer. With every exhale, bring that chin towards that big toe. It's so far away, but it's probably best because, Okay, let's bend through that front knee, bring that left foot flat. We can drop the block for a moment. Take the hands down, tuck the back toes. We're going to bring that left foot in towards the right, coming to the top of your mat. From here, stacking each vertebrae, coming all the way up. Whew. You know where we're going. Find a chair, bring the arms high, sit back into your chair. Tuck the tailbone, engage that core, sit down, lift the toes. We'll know where the weight is then. Take the hands to center, take a twist to the right. Come back to center, take the arms high. Sit back down, take the hands to center, tuck the tailbone, take a turn to the left-hand side. Back to center, take the arms high. Sit back down, hands to heart center, take a twist to the right. Back to center, take a lift up, hands to ceiling, hands to heart center as you sink back down. Here we go, you know where we're going. Take a twist to the left. Hook that right elbow against the left knee, push through the hands. All right, you know where we're going. Come to the toes on the right side. Take a step back with that right foot, nice and strong. All right, open up the arms, take that lovely open chest. Closing off From here, drop the back knee, untuck the toe, take your block. Take the toes on the left foot up towards the ceiling. Belly comes in, lengthen through the spine. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Find that stretch down the back of the leg. Okay, from here, bend through that front knee. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat, tuck the toes, lift through the back knee. Draw that left knee back to right. We're in our table. Okay, from here we go, we'll go on this side. We're going to extend that left leg away. We're going to sweep that left leg round and then all the way back again. If you don't want to put less effort in, keep the toes connected to the mat. If you want a little bit more effort, then lift the toes off of the mat, okay? It's going to require quite a lot more core if those toes don't touch down. Go as slow or as fast as feels good. The slower you do it, the harder it's going to feel. Okay. I'm going to do another 2 at my pace. So whatever your pace is, could be a different number. Okay, this is my last one. We're going to take that right knee behind the left, so cross the legs over. Just going to sit back down. From here, are we all twisted? Yeah. So we're going to just bring those feet in towards the bottom. Sitting up nice and tall, okay? I'm going to take that left hand, wrap it around your top leg. Mine's the right, I'm going to assume yours is too. Sitting up tall and then begin to twist round to that right side. Okay, coming back through center, see if we can get ourselves back into the position we started, okay? So twisty knees on the mat. Let's untwist them back into our table. And we'll go again. So we're going to take that right leg away, stretch through, and then take that right leg wide and then draw it all the way behind. Again, the slower you do this, the harder it's going to feel. If the toes are lifted off of the mat, the harder it's going to feel. Really think about drawing the belly in. So visualize that belly button coming in towards the spine and down. Think about drawing up the pelvic floor muscles. There's a lot going on here. We want to be as strong and secure through the core as we can, okay? Working into the obliques as we bring that right leg round, your leg round, and then working into the glute as we're bringing it back. Okay, one more, wherever you're at. Okay, that right knee is going to cross over the top of the other. Sit back into, so your bottom's on the floor. Option here, if this feels really closed off for you, sit on a block if you need. Extend the bottom leg if you need. So lots of options here. Sitting up nice and tall, just allowing yourself some space here. And then we're going to take that, if your top leg is your left leg, the right hand is going to come round, come into a twist. And if you're working through the other leg, it's the other way round. Lefts and rights are not my friend today. Okay, drawing the chest round. And then coming all the way back round. Okay, so I'm going to start to wind us down, okay? So I'd like you laying on your back, but before you do, you grab yourself 2 cushions because we're going to use them. Or if you've got really soft blocks, that would do perfectly. But what we want is something soft. Okay, so we're going to lay ourselves down. We're just winding down. It's not over. We're just winding down. So from here, just extend the legs away. Keep that right leg long, and we're going to bring that left knee in towards us. Just interlace those fingers below the knee. Just bringing that knee right in towards the left shoulder. Allow the shoulders to be back and down and that lovely openness through the chest. Pushing through the right heel, well, both heels if you want to. If you're more of like a, nah, I'm done, my feet are floppy, thanks, then that is perfect too. Okay, switching out, releasing, taking the right hand to the outside of that left knee. Draw the knee across the body. Good time to use your cushion if you want to, or a block, just to bring the floor to you if that is good for you. Maybe the left arm extends away. Coming back to center. This time the left leg comes long, right leg comes in. Bring that knee in towards that right shoulder. Okay, finding that openness through the chest. And then starting to bring the right knee across the body, over to the left side, and the right arm extends and the gaze can as well. Okay, coming back to center. Grab hold of your cushions. We're going to find ourselves into a reclined butterfly. So bring the feet together and then pop the cushions underneath your knees. Even if you are in a super flexible body, use the props, because we want to be able to really relax into this. If you know this is really horrible for you, I'm going to recommend you don't do it. Find a normal savasana or corpse pose and just hang out there. But if you would like to, I would invite you to join me here. So feet are together, hips nice and open, and just knees resting on cushions. Either taking opposite elbows, bringing the hands or the arms above you, or if that feels quite closed off, then simple cactus arms will work a treat. And we're just going to finish off class here. I'm going to take you through relaxation, just as you allow your body to just finish what it started as you've worked so hard in class today. So I'd like you to think about, first of all, the heaviness of your body against the mat. Just reminding ourselves of the connections. Taking those nice, deep, long inhales and exhales. Just breathing in and breathing out. I want you to feel into the sensation of your toes touching one another. The feeling of the soles of the feet that have accomplished so much today. The feeling of them pressing against each other. And then from there, working our way up the body, we pass the shins to the knees. At this point, just check in with yourself. Are you holding tension there? If you are, great opportunity to reduce it. Maybe change something that's bothering you. Another prop maybe, or maybe simply just an exhale, reminding yourself that you can let go. Okay, Working up the body now. We're going to take that movement all the way up towards the hips, the focus of this pose. Going to take an inhale, feel your lungs, really feel them expanding, the ribs opening. As you exhale, take a sighing breath and release it all to the hips. Find that heaviness. Almost thanking them for everything they've done for you today and days before. Moving up the body now, all the way up the spine. We find the arms, the shoulders open, the elbows back. Take an inhale, feel the chest lift. Exhale, release. Then we come back towards the neck. We take a journey up towards the crown of the head and then down the forehead to where the eyebrows sit. So often knitted together, but not now. Now is your moment. Now you've shown yourself some kindness. So we come down the nose. We finally arrive at the mouth. Maybe the lips are parted ever so slightly. Maybe the tongue has rolled back just a little bit. Maybe you can afford yourself a smile, knowing you've worked really hard today, but you've shown up for yourself, and that is so important. Look after yourself, you'll find that you can look after everybody else. If you set an intention at the beginning of class today, revisit it, hold it there. And then we take one final inhale, nice deep inhale, fill those lungs. And as you exhale, release through the mouth, sigh it all away, one big releasing breath. And then we start to awaken the body, wiggling the toes, maybe the touch of the toes against one another, just reminding them that they are there. And then up to you whether you want to bring those knees in towards you, hug yourself together, just reset, decompress, or whether you want to roll over onto one side, just hugging yourself in, closing your body off. Whatever you choose to do, slowly make your way back up to a seated position. There is no rush, and I will be there.